Annyeong Ziggy and Ziggy subscribers. We are Honne and it is so good to be here with you today.
At the start of 2020, we were in LA just to go and write some songs over there. We were in a studio called Gold Digger Studios. We were in a session with an artist called Dame Funk, and he was like packing up ready to go home, was out in the hallway, and he bumped into a producer called Pomo, who we were working with a couple of weeks later. And he came back in and was like, oh, I've just bumped into Pomo and he's in the studio with an artist called NIKI. And we were like, NIKI? Very excited, because we've been big fans of NIKI for a long time. And apparently then Pomo went back into his studio and said to NIKI, oh, apparently Honne are in the other room. And she was like, Honne. So there's mutual love. So she came in and said hi, and then we went into their studio and like we all played each other what we'd been working on. We played her Coming Home and we said, you know, we'd love to get you on this track to sing the second verse. And she was down for it. So we got back in the studio a week later and bashed it out. Wow. It was really, really fun. She's a really cool girl and like fun to hang out with as well. So it was...
All the emotions were going in. I think it's a long distance relationship song. We've got a couple of those, and you know we spend a lot of our time away from our loved ones. So yeah, we can bring up those emotions quite quickly and regularly, and it's not too hard to write about that kind of stuff. Because we do miss people when we're away on tour and stuff like that. Like COVID times, it's got a whole new meaning, and everyone's missing someone, whether they're in the same country and can't see them because of restrictions, or people not being able to see family and stuff in different countries. So yeah. James Hatcher.
You're never away from me.
Yeah, no, I can't get away from you. Yes, my wife, and probably, even though I wrote the words, James's girlfriend, I miss her too when we're away. I'm sure James does miss her, and we miss our wives and partners and all of our family. But I'm gonna go with, I think Heart Song's a bit more of a more mysterious song, so maybe that betrays me a little bit better. No one really knows what I'm thinking at any point. So.
Let's just for what would you do? Because I'm always worried that the world's going to end. I'm always panicking, so that'll suit me well.
It's kind of funny. Like over the years, like we just hear new songs, and people, like our friends, send us songs that they hear on Spotify, and they always like send us the song and then put Honne ?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, completely random band. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying we're pioneers, and because we're just using the same chords that have been around for centuries. How long is a century? 100 years? More than a century. But it's nice to know that some people have listened to us and felt, so inspired to go and write, their own version or their own music. And it's really nice.
But if you're looking for artists that you might enjoy in a similar lane, Ruben James is a good one. We've written with him before, so there's some elements that he brings to our songs, like on Day One, and I might that he has in his own music, if you know what I mean. So that's really cool. Recommended.
10 out of 10. Honne, seal of approval.
Yeah, turn me up.
Well, we've told the story about how we met NIKI.
What about Khalid.
Yeah.
I don't know how this happened, but Khalid is on the album, which is completely nuts. But it's kind of been a relationship that we've been building for a long time. So we started chatting, I think maybe 2015 or something.
Khalid was kind of one of those artists that we were around, I think, a bit before he started, and he was inspired by our music in the beginnings of his. I think we've got a song called No Place Like Home, and he used that as like a reference track for his first album. So anyway, he's since obviously gone on to much greater things, but carry on.
Yeah, we were speaking to him when he came over to London to play a gig, and it was at a venue that I think it's about 250 capacity, so like really small. So we were chatting to him since then, and then we've been to quite a lot of his London shows and hung out with him backstage afterwards, which has been nice. And yeah, just kind of stayed in touch over the years. We sent him 3 Strikes, the instrumental of it, and he just texted us back like, I'm so inspired by this. I've already recorded on top of it. So within like an hour, he'd sent some music back on top of that. And then, we just finished it off, and here we are.
Yes, all the time when we're writing the music. But then actually, as soon as it's released, I don't listen to it ever again. Well,
Well, actually, as soon as we've delivered it, so once it's like, this is the final one, this is the final album, it's ready, it's mastered, it's being pressed to vinyl, then I try and stop thinking about it, because I'll be thinking like, is it good enough? Is that bit right? Maybe the kick drum's too loud in that song, and I don't want to think about that anymore. But yeah, during the writing and mixing and mastering process, we do try and listen to just Honne, so that we're not influenced by other things, because we don't want to end up like listening to Anderson .Paak loads, and then we start getting like Anderson .Paak vibes and stealing his vibe. We want to make sure it's just a Honne
strictly Honne. Yeah. What's funny is that because we stop listening to it once it's released, and then we go on to play these songs live, and we do all that. When we do end up hearing, like for example, if I was to hear Warm on a Cold Night again, I'd be like, oh, is that how it goes? Because we, like during the live show, we've just kind of gradually changed bits and bobs and forget how to sing the real melody and stuff like that.
I must be the only one who feels quite like I do.
They should listen to them all the time. It doesn't matter what you're doing or where you are. I don't know. I think historically, sort of at night time was the best time, but the music's kind of developed a bit and become a bit more upbeat and daytime.
I'd say if you need a little pick-me-up, if you need an energy boost, there's some songs for that. Or if you need to chill before bed, just put some headphones on and shut your eyes, and hopefully it can help you relax a little bit.
Yeah, that's it. It's like our songs like fruit and veg. You need 5 a day. I give James heart to heart. That's not what you call it.
We put our hearts together and lie on.
Resuscitation.
I'll tell you what. On a Sunday, get up, go for a nice walk or a bit of a jog if the weather's nice, and then a roast dinner in the afternoon. Big roast dinner. Light the fire. Get under a blanket and just relax. That's what you sometimes need after a long week, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bit of R&R.
What's that again? Respite.
rest and relaxation, is it? I don't know, I'm sure it's
Yeah,
good.
maybe, yeah. But other things, I feel like we're both very like family oriented people, so we try and like go home and see our family back home in the countryside whenever we can, like quite frequently for both of us actually. And yeah, just keeping our friends close and our family close, and it all helps to keep you feeling good.
And don't stress out. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but listen to Honne, take your mind off things and that.
To our Korean fans, Manaso Pangawoyo, Sarangayo, and we cannot wait to come back to Korea. We talk about it every day, and we can't wait to come back and play for you all again.
Yeah, we miss you terribly, and just counting down, every day that goes past is another day that we are closer to coming back to see you, so it won't be long.
Can't wait to come back and eat all the food.
What did I do to end up this lucky? I had to kiss you every night and day. I won't miss you 'cause I can't keep away. And please believe me every time I say